Thank you very much. Please welcome onto the stage, Maz Hedgehog. Go on!
This tale, like 1,000 others before it, happens in a kingdom. In it, King Stephan's head bears the crown. His reign is one of peace and plenty, such that in some quarters he came to be known as Stephan the Wise, Stephan the Just, even Stephan the Good. He had a wife, Iris. She was lovely as a summer storm, and dark as a moonless night. Yet, for all their abundance, they did not have a child. Many a night, he sat, surrounded by his courtiers, quaffing wine like water. Stephan told them that wishing to see his line continue, he would cure his wife's barrenness by means of old magic. He dismissed their gasps, his courtiers' fears of witchcraft and ill omens. Stephan railed against the impotence of his court doctors and their useless cures. He lectured his courtiers at length on the natural abilities of true-born kings, explained they led him to me, the witch who inhabits his wife's forest. Stephan boasted that he understood the power in my line, the consequences of my contracts, mine, no less. Yet, for all his natural-born wisdom, he thought he knew the cost. Stephan entered my grove, astride a fine grey gelding. I might have called him beautiful. He was so tall and so strong, so covered in the wealth of his birthright, from the scented oils in his hair to the soft leather of his shoes, but the carefully neutral look in his eye and hard set of his shoulders radiated contempt. It soured the features I already so despised. Still, I bowed to him. I offered him the agreement that he wanted. We sealed it with ink, with blood and with nightshade. And then I waited. When the time was right, I came, and then Iris came, and her belly grew and grew. When the time came, she burst, and she bled, and her coffin was wrought of clay and iron, and spelled by men with pale eyes and white hands. They said my name like it was poison. Stephan said my name like it was poison, like I didn't give him exactly what he asked of me, like my coming didn't fill her with joy, like we didn't love his heir into the world. My Iris, she bled, and he would not let me help her. In fact, Stephan had me banished from her and had them fix leeches on her, and I beat against their silence, sounding to all the world like a river burst its banks. My heart burst its banks, and I would have joined her. But mortality was something we did not share. I watched, helpless, as her needle-sharp tongue fell silent, and her ember-bright eyes grew dim, and Eudora, our baby, our creature of magic and mortality, came into life screaming. She screamed for both our souls, for our loss. It was a requiem that we never should have known. I have neglected an important part of this tale. Before the coffins and the requiems, long before Eudora emerged wrinkled and screaming, Iris and I loved. I adored her laugh and her fat, her wit and the weight of her braids. I loved her nettle-sting voice, the one her lineage kept trapped behind her teeth. I adored the way she sneered at her husband and his court as their obsession with pomp and glory at Stefan's blown glass ego and wild boar temper. Every year, when the midsummer sun shone through verdant branches, Iris and I would meet in my grove, our lips and tongues tracing promises into each other's skin. Each year, our oaths faded as smoke in the noonday air. Every midsummer I promised her a life unshackled by age or time if only she would take it. Each year, she kissed my palm and my cheek and my breast, and said that mortality was not so ill-favoured a thing. She would not join me, so he planned for me to join her. Magic may be banned in the king's palace, but there is no power on earth that can long keep a sire from their babe. When our plan, the agreement, bore fruit, I could finally come to her night after night. Her head heavy in my lap, I watched her dream of making our child a queen unbound by marriage or convention. Together, we dreamed of making Stefan an end worthy of him. But this is a kingdom, run on a king's justice and mortal weakness, all our careful planning, and all her shrewd wits could not save her. Iris, it has been near a half dozen midsummers, missed kisses. I have not forgotten, no. Have not allowed our dreams to grow old and frail, wither into rose-tinted regrets. I watch over Eudora. I come to her when she is sleeping and whisper oaths into her dreams. But some nights, our daughter thinks she can hear you breathing. I know, my love, I know. Stefan speaks to her. He is teaching her to hear the voice of a woman who spent all her energy seeking to be quietly. A queen made of regal stillness and splendid shadows. Whenever Stefan looks through her, ignores her until she makes herself a mirror and a metaphor. Whenever he chokes her with honor and shame, She thinks she can hear the moment your life was sold for her own. Our child is so young, so easily deceived. She hears naught but the echo of a lie, and the hunger I am teaching her a name for.
Keeping it as a Mars